Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Christian, that's Corey, and we are Super Kami Guru 9000. Let's jump into our review of Naruto Manga 663. So Naruto's pretty much dead, Sasuke's pretty much dead. Sakura and Gaara are on the way to save Naruto, and they reveal their plan on how they're going to do so. They're going to take Naruto to his dad, and they're going to have him deliver his side of Kurama's chakra to Naruto, therefore saving him because he's a Jinchuriki and he needs to have a beast chakra inside of him or else he dies. Makes sense, right? But Naruto is, again, the mayor of Strugglesville right now, as we have Sakura slicing open his chest and grabbing his heart and directly, like, squeezing it, or I guess, like, putting chakra directly into it to, like, make him survive the, the Sand Nimbus trip over to his dad.
Believe it or not, one of the coolest scenes this week actually comes from Karen, who is basically the second coming of Kushina Uzumaki, because she's using all of her abilities. This makes sense. She's from the same clan. But it's really awesome here because she's fighting against the Tobizetsu and his massive statue. And what I really like most about this is that Tobizetsu is actually using his Mokuton abilities that he used when Obito went on his rampage for the first time. But what's also cool about the scene is that the other members of Taka get to join in and fight. Jugo gets to join in. Suigetsu gets to jump up and he uses his double gun ability. And he actually starts to break the mask of this Tobi. And we're still sort of confused as to who it is. A lot of people have been guessing, and it probably is Yamato. And that makes a lot of sense because he still has the dark-colored hair, and he'd be a great catalyst for the Mokuton abilities. But the coolest thing I think about this is when Orochimaru joins in, he uses his weird curse seal bite and actually bites down on the Tobi body, which starts to get the curse seal all over his body. That is until it finally starts to absorb it, which I guess that just shows that the curse seal is basically not as powerful as the Sharingan and Mokuton abilities, and that's a shame because it's based around the whole Senjutsu chakra, so I figured that would be like sort of the perfect counter to it, but whatever. The point is, the scene looks awesome, and it has one of the coolest panels of the week. That is until we get to Madara Uchiha.
So now that we're back at Madara, he summons the Ten Tails because he has all the beasts. The Ten Tails, shows up right behind him, and this huge panel of just its head, and then you have, the little Madara there, and then Madara absorbs it immediately, and then just, bam, Ten Tails. That took a long time, didn't it, Corey?
Yeah.
Didn't even waste, 2 pages of this chapter to get through that. And his design is very interesting. It's a lot more streamlined than Obito's was. It has a lot of Naruto sort of look to it because he has the cloak that looks like it's made of, flaming chakra. You can kind of see the flames coming off the ends of it. And he may have white hair now. Obviously, it's a black and white manga, so it's hard to tell color. But it seems like that, and his hair is no longer spiky, kind of I always thought Madara's hair kind of was Goku-esque, the way it jutted out in large pieces, but now
he just got a Raditz cut.
Yeah, I just got a Raditz cut. He's just got one big one big white hairdo now, and he has this weird band, kind of shielding his eyes, because when you're evil, you need to have dark eyes like that. And he just flies off to go get his other eye, and one would assume he's going to Obito, where Kakashi and the 4th Hokage are, and he's probably going to interrupt that whole thing and get his last eye back. The last part of this chapter is Sasuke dying, pretty much. What happens is you see Sasuke, and everyone knows they're trying to get to him. Karen and all them are trying to get there to save him. But one bare foot ends up, coming into the right-hand side of the panel, and they say, who is this person in the shadows, coming at Sasuke? And one would assume that this person is probably going to help Sasuke in some way, because, we have our 2 main characters. Naruto's getting taken care of pretty much. They got a game plan for him. But Sasuke is kind of left out in the cold, and, he does have people that care about him. But at the same time, this person may be a wild card. Who knows? Maybe the 3rd Hokage. We're trying to figure out who is barefoot.
That's the thing. We went through the entire manga this week, and we were like, who's barefoot? The only thing I can possibly come up with is that maybe it's Jugo, and maybe it's him in the group of Taka trying to help out Sasuke, and this is just sort of a big, middle finger panel that's just trying to get us to read next week.
Yeah.
But I'm really not sure. But still, aside from the cliffhanger, I thought this was an awesome chapter of Naruto this week.
Yes.
That had a lot of really cool surprises in it. One of my favorite things about the Madara scene this week when he becomes the Jinchuriki is it was very quick. Like you stated, it was basically a single page, next page, brand new form. It was kind of unceremonious. But I still love the design. Like you said, it more resembles Naruto's form with a flaming chakra, but he still has his own distinctiveness, like that weird headband that he's wearing with the spikes on it, and even has his very own staff, and he has the weird black chakra balls which are behind him, which are kind of similar to when Naruto uses his Rasengan abilities. But I love the fact that Naruto, Obito, the Sage of the Six Paths and now Madara Uchiha all have sort of like their own special sage design, and I just think that's really badass. And Karen, she really surprised me this week.
You know, I liked this chapter. I thought the pacing was the best part because every page had a purpose, and you just like, you got 2 or 3 pages per person, and then you jump to the next thing, you jump to the next thing, and every page had something interesting and different going on. And it's progressing the story as well. That's also very important. I feel like we're actually having things happen. We're not just watching people use attacks at each other and getting nowhere. So, you know, story-wise and progression-wise, definitely one of my favorite chapters in recent history. Maybe one of my favorite progression chapters of 2014 so far. I mean,
Definitely.
early,
Sakura,
but still.
I think we need to give her a thumbs up this week.
Yes.
Because she's a character who sort of gets overshadowed by Naruto and Sasuke a lot. But the fact that she is flying around at great speeds on this giant lump of sand
while performing
this ridiculous-ass like surgery on Naruto, which I'm sure would make even Tsunade blush with how badass it is. That's really a credit to how far she's come as a medical ninja. And it's a really great scene. And all the shippers I know are going to explode this week when they see the scene where she's doing CPR on Naruto.
Yeah, so if you ever wanted to see Naruto and Sakura make out, you did, but unfortunately Naruto was dead during it.
This is about as close as it's going to get. But otherwise, what are you going to give a score this week?
9 out of 10. I thought it was great. It's not that I have things to complain about. It's just I've been more excited about Naruto when I read it, but I still think this is a great chapter. 9 out of 10. I mean, that's 90% out of 100. That's a good score. And I can't wait for next week. That's the one thing I can definitely say.
I'm in agreement. 9 out of 10. Really good chapter. The pacing was a little iffy, but otherwise it was a very exciting chapter. Karen was very surprising. The brand new Madara form was just kick freaking ass. I can't wait to see who this mysterious person is who's going to save or possibly hurt Sasuke. So the hype is up. I still just can't believe that it's been a couple weeks and Naruto and Sasuke are still dead.
Yeah, I know. They're riding that out. But, you know, this is an important part. This could be the final arc of the series, so they're definitely going to ride this out, and, you know, they should. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching our videos. If you could, give us a thumbs up. Best way to support the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe. So until next week, Super Kami Guru 9000, out.